Hello everyone, and welcome back to my new video. And it's once again about one of my favorite games, Friday Night Funkin. Recently, Week 7 came out. I also mentioned that in my last video. So, if you haven't played Week 7, do not watch this video. Or if you want to get spoiled, then alright. Alright, so let's get on with the video. Today I'm going to show you unused assets and other things in Friday Night Funkin. There's several of them, so I'll put the links that I used down in the description below, which are the cutting room floor and the Friday Night Funkin' wiki. So, anyways, let's continue with the video. Alright, so let's see. So, these are the unused graphics, at least from the main page. Whatever. So, there's this image called zzzzz.png. It's a screenshot of a YouTube video showcasing an OC known as Joshua, which is really just a recolored image of boyfriend's peace sign with no hat. Evidently, it was left in as a joke, judging by both its file name and the general nature of the image. The screenshot originates from a video that I won't have linked in the description because the link to the cutting room floor, which has the link, will be in the description, so you can check it out from there. Anyways, now to lol.png. It is a screenshot of a chat message from one of Ninja Muffin 99's streams featuring a user saying, "Add me in the game, please." Obviously, a tongue-in-cheek joke from the developer. The icon grid.png contains icons for a gray face that I use as a placeholder or template for icons. Tankman's icons were also present and unused as early as the first week until week 7, which uses Tankman's icons, released on April 18th, 2021. There's an unused lock, too. In the stage selection sprite sheet, a lock graphic is present. In really early versions, week 2 was unable to be played until week 1 was completed. Anyways, now a backspace graphic that explains how to exit a menu. It's probably left over because it wasn't very useful. Yeah, it's probably people just assume that you backspace to exit a menu. That's generally what you do. Now, speech bubbles. In assets/images/speech bubble or speech_bubble_talking.png are speech bubbles left unused in game. Ninja Muffin 99 has stated he wanted to provide more story to the game, as such has been the case in week 6. Since that week has a unique art style, and since fully animated cutscenes with voice acting are set to be produced, these likely aren't going to be used anytime soon. So don't look forward to seeing them. But they are used in several mods, so yeah. Anyways, graphics.png has earlier versions of the score and ranking graphics, along with early icons for Boyfriend and Daddy Dearest. This file is also present in the Ludum Dare prototype, but it's also unused. Yeah, don't go looking in there trying to find it. Nope, you won't find it. There's a 4chan post screen cap. It's another random screen cap. This time it's a 4chan post, and it states that they're trying not to make a screen cap to your post. Now another 4chan post screen cap. A screen cap of a conversation 4chan about Ninja Muffin 99's decision to keep the game open source. Yep, so just stating it wants to be open source. Now Ludum Dare prototype leftovers, like for example the old logo, restart and lose text, they originate from the Ludum Dare prototype, which both were used in an outcut death screen. And now there's other ones. Leftover mom sprites. When the week 4 update was released, the mom used this sprite sheet named momassets.png. Even when week 5 update was brought in a new sprite sheet, when a new sprite sheet where hair flutters in the wind, the old mom sprite sheet was still in game, completely playable via the debug menu. Now there's dumb.png. Dumb.png is an image of one of the henchmen seen in week 5. I still call them dumb.pngs. But with little to no shading and slightly different design. Now, week 54 prototype. What? It's an image of a 3-day boyfriend model, with the Kickstarter maxing out at 45 weeks in total. Week 54 is definitely not on the cards anytime soon, so this is just a joke by the developers. The model is most likely not going to be used for boyfriend figure listed in the Kickstarter, though. And now on to the unused animations. There are also several unused animations, some of which I'm going to list here. So there's a pre-attack one. Also, by the way, all of these are planned to be added in the full game. I'm not going to say the word. Anyways, the boyfriend pre-attack, it's preparing his attack, and his attack sprite, or animation, whatever. Now there's the dodge animation, the hit animation, and yeah, that's it. So there's also some girlfriend ones, too. While technically used, this animation for a girlfriend's hair blowing left never plays fully in-game because how fast the train goes by her. Now, girlfriend duck animation. An animation of girlfriend ducking for cover. This animation is supposed to be used in Week 4 where you have to duck down to dodge a street lamp. But it's not coming anytime soon, most likely. Now, girlfriend duck hair blowing. An animation of girlfriend ducking for cover, but with her hair blowing like it does in Week 4. There are some unused Pico assets. Well, it's just his miss animations. It's not that special. And there's her girlfriend's Christmas cheer animation, her Christmas dancing beat landing animation, her fear animation, her note animations. Now, that's really it. So, let's go for the unused levels. Alright, so we're gonna group 2 in here, unused songs and unused text. There are 2 sections in this. So, unused, there's Smash, a really short song probably used for testing. It appears to be broken. According to one of the developers, the music was supposed to be break the targets from Super Smash Bros. Melee, hence the name. When loaded into, an error appears saying something is invalid. The attached video, which you can see on the Ludum Dare prototype, shows what it looks like. No, not on the Ludum Dare prototype. It's the cutting room floor. Alright, there we go. According to Ninja Muffin, it was made before the in-game chart editor even had a save function, which is why the level was so broken. Now, Ridge. Level with no music and only a note chart. However, it is supposed to have music, which, from the note chart, was figured out to be Kota Takahashi urban fragments from the Ridge Racer Type 4 OST, which explains the leveling. It appears to use Daddy Dearest as the testing character. In a tweet from November, Phantom Arcade, the main Friday Night Funkin' artist, posted a video of the song in action, confirming that it was indeed a test song. I already talked about the test song, no vocals, sung by Boyfriend's Pixel variant now in Week 7, and I think I already said that. Now the old Monster chart. Before the Week 7 update, Monster was a rather infamous song left unused in the files. The animations were unfinished, and so too was the note chart. The old chart can still be found within the files, however. Now I'll show Monster's old assets up here. Yeah, you see them. Alright. Now, unused text. It is just template. Present in assets/images/custom_cars/carlist.txt. The folder name suggests it's going to be used in the future for adding custom characters to the game. The folder alongside the text itself was later removed, but the template icons are still there. Now, test button. Present in assets/data/main-view_.xml. Most likely a testing button, as buttons like this aren't supposed to appear in game. And it says click me. It's supposed to say click me. And then when you click it, it says thanks. How cute. So, dialogue for tutorial and Week 1 tracks. Found in the game's publicly available source code in the file placedate.hx. It's dialogue for the tutorial and all tracks for Week 1. It was thought to possibly appear like Senpai's dialogue in Week 6, but in unused text boxes left in the files. And here's what it says. So, girlfriend in the tutorial, it says, Hey, you're pretty cute. Use the arrows to keep up with me singing. Bo Peep should say, hey, you think you can just sing with my daughter like that? If you want to date her, you have to go through me first. Fresh, not too shabby, boy. And Dad Battle, yeah, you think you're hot stuff? If you can beat me here, only then I'll even consider letting you date my daughter. that was pretty funny. Yeah, definitely was. Now onto the pre-release page on the cutting room floor for Friday Night Funkin. Alright, so now I'm on the pre-release page, and here, let's go to the scrapped characters. There's Ape, or ape_fnf.png. Kid Brute, referred to here as Ape, is a character designed by Kid Brute, was originally intended to make a small appearance as an Easter egg in the game. According to Kid Brute, this graphic was said to rarely appear when the game was booted, which explains the absurd resolution that the image is rendered in. After realizing the rapid popularity the game was gathering, he requested that his character be removed completely. While it doesn't appear that this Easter egg was ever programmed in, the graphic for it was added to the GitHub to the GitHub repository on November 2nd, 2020, and later removed on January 13, 2021. The file was assets/images/ape_fnf.png. Now there's Lucky Boy. The character named Lucky, or Lucky Boy, coming from its GitHub commit name, was added to the GitHub repository on November 10th, 2020. While it was uncertain who designed him, given that his art style differs drastically from the rest of the game, it was likely Brandy Buizel, since he was also the one who first pushed it to the repository. He has attack and tumble animations, like the boyfriend. He also has an associated song. Lucky Boy's sprite sheet was removed from the game's assets folder on December 17, 2020, before the release of the version 0.25. Most of the original assets and code can be found here, blah blah blah. You can visit the website if you want. The command also contains 2 strings of PNG files which can be put together to produce 2 animations. Note that neither of these animations exist by name in the associated XML file. Lucky Tumble is not mapped at all. And Lucky plays guitar, uses less frames here than are present on the sheet, so they could all just be mock-ups. So here's the Lucky Boy animation, Lucky plays guitar, and the Lucky Tumble. Now, in art/flash files/Pico assets, or in the FLA files for Pico, there's a sketch of Pico's gun facing forward. Now in the girlfriend assets one, a face texture contained in the FLA file girlfriend assets, containing 3 girlfriend sprites that sit atop an unfinished speaker, likely made around the Ludum Dare prototype or a very early build of the game. However, similar sprites of girlfriend crying do show up when you lose a streak and in Week 7 when Tankman insults her. Spoilers, once again. Now, Spooky Kids assets. An unused pose for Skid and Pump, according to Phantom Arcade in a tweet. This pose was intended to be a parallel to Boyfriend's B-side pose, occurring when a vocal cue is heard in a song, like Bo Peep Bo. He would go on to say that one of Week 2 tracks is supposed to have those cues, but he didn't want to pressure Kawaii Sprite to include it. This tweet was also mentions that this feature was intended for all the other opponents, although this is the only remnant of it we see. Now, character sketches. Once again, you can see the image on this. There are various artwork and images of Pico, likely used as references when drawing him. Sketches for Pico and his expressions. An early concept of Pico's microphone, originally being held in his gun. Buggy the Bug, a character made by Evil Skater that later cameoed in Week 5's background. A sketch of Tankman. A sketch of Kid Brute. And a sketch of the Spooky Kids. Now there's a Spooky Kids reference, a reference image for Skin Pump and the flavor, or the FLA file, taken directly from Sir Palo's It's Spooky Month. Sorry, Senior Palo. Sorry, I'd make sure I did that. Now Spooky Kids sketches There's an idol dance, an animation sketch for the idol dance. Only boyfriend's head shows up for 2 frames without an expression at all. Anyways, there's a sketch for his left pose. Weirdly, it's called down sketch. Sketch for his right pose, sketch for their up pose, and 2 sketches for their down pose, one with eyes closed and one with eyes open. Now there's a touch-up version of a sketch scene in the character sketches sheet. It's probably an early right note, I'd say, but I can't be sure of that. Now, in the mom assets, there's a sketch of her left animation. The name of this file calls Mom Corey. Now, strangely, this other file is named Left Post Sketch, despite it being her right animation frame. And there's a sketch of Stan from Nightmare Cops, which is Tom Fulp's upcoming game of the same name. Nightmare Cops. There's a stalker lover concept. There's a Mo concept. It's a murderer. Please YouTube, don't take down this video. Now there's a bunch of other evil stalker concepts. Boyfriend doodle, boyfriend phone doodle, a bunch of crew doodles. And there's boyfriend's hair blowing assets file. There's his hey animation with his hair blowing. I don't know if this can be still forced in to Bopey Bo with that actual animation. I'm not sure. I'll have to test it. The boyfriend hit animation with his hair blowing. Keep in mind, this is always updating, since it's the Sprites Cutting
the
floor.
floor.
Various things that might not be in here, so just be wary of that. Now his Christmas variant assets, his hit animation, his shaking animation, his pre-attack animation, his dodge animation. Now girlfriend's assets Christmas variation, her dancing beat hair blowing one. Now mom and dad Christmas assets, they're singing poses with no mouths open. I have no idea why these are in there, but they exist. Now in the monster assets, there is a sketch of monster and an early version of the monster. Now, in the pixel version, Walling, the person who created the Week 6 assets, released a unused Hey animation, which was intended to be used for, like I said, for some vocal thing where every character would have it, but they changed their minds with this Kawaii Sprite. Yep, and then it's also, I believe it's not actually able to play in the game, so you won't be able to see it. Now, Boyfriend Death Pixels, flavor, or FLA, whatever, files for him dying in week 6, there's a doodle titled Pizza Doodles. Why, you may ask? I don't know. Now, Girlfriend's Pixel variant, there is an unused idle frame, which it's an unused third frame called GF_idle002. There's also Pixel Background Girls flavor. There's 6 characters challenge. I don't know why it's there. There's some unused Daddy Dearest poses, one of him kicking, and there's also one in an animation made by Phantom Arcade, which has him getting hit and angry. Once again, that's also seen in the Friday Night Funkin' pre-release trailer. Now there is Phantom Arcade has posted sketches of Tankman's miss animations, which aren't in game. They aren't even in the assets.
So, now there's unused audio, which I'll put in a new thing. So there's videogames.ogg. It's a song added alongside Lucky Boy. It's a low-quality clip of the infamous song Video Games by the Blackout Band. Now there's C_Z.mp3. It's an MP3 file that is also an SSTV signal, similar to Portal 2's hidden radio signal. You can find a compatible version of Friday Night Funkin. It's unknown why it was in the GitHub, but it could have been used for an ARG of some sort. Decoding it will output this blurry image of a notebook with scribbled handwriting. The text seems to say, expression, people who would not have access to certain forms of expression or conundrum. Network of networks. Internet in this world was also developed by military. I think it's also military-based, maybe this form of internet. Maybe instead of web, it could be called a tree. I think nostalgia happens at a much faster pace because culture is accelerating so fast. Now there's some unused tech. Oh wait, I already showed you that, never mind. Now the early version of week 6. The video, obviously, it's in the cutting room floor page. It's a collection of those leaked videos in the early version of week 6, most of which are from the devs' live streams and their Instagram stories. In the early week 6 dialogue, there was good morning ladies and then beep boop bop boppy bop. Rose's oddity. It also shows an early hand icon which went unused until week 7. Wait a minute, no, that's not right. It was just really tiny. It wasn't unused. Anyways, Rose's oddities. Senpai can be seen in his happy form in Roses. The notes won't play and are broken due to the audio for the song not existing in .ogg form. The girls still have their hard eyes. And Thorn's oddities. For some reason, Senpai is still in his normal form in Thorns. The background for Senpai and Rose's Girls Included is still used. Now, health icon oddities. In the earliest version of week 6, Boyfriend uses his normal unpixelated life icon while Senpai just uses Dad's life icon. Interestingly, in the text documents for week 6 dialogue, Senpai is referred to as Dad, which might be related to this oddity. Now, sprite sheet oddities. In Elite Sprite Sheet, Senpai only has his happy sprite from week 6's first song of the same name. This may explain why he uses these sprites in Roses and Thorns. Other oddities. In the earliest leaked version of week 6, the arrow end sprites weren't matching up perfectly with the arrows. Now there's some week 7 leaks, which you can see there. Now it's completely irrelevant because week 7 is out on Newgrounds now. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Now, I'll see you later in the next video.